who is share or share absent? Any share or both shares absent?
Aishwarya and Bhaskar.
Both of them are absent.
Yes, sir. Both of them are absent.
You have selected a good leader, good share. वो तो डूबेंगे, बाकी लोगों को भी डुबाएंगे. Hey,
Yes, actually they are good. Actually, unfortunately, they are both absent at the same time.
sorry.
They are very they're very good as here, but they unfortunately they're absent at the same time for this week.
What about the other VIPs? Bad section, very bad section. Anirban, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Answer कर, नहीं तो I'm really serious today. I'll really note down your roll number and put negative marking to it. I'm really serious. Can you see this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is dependent? What is independent?
Sir, grade point average Y independent, starting salary dependent.
I was asking Anirban. Okay, ठीक है, Prithesri.
Sorry, sir.
No problem. No. Arpan Mahathi, you are there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Example 12.57. What are the two factors?
So it's not visible. Little bit, sir. You can zoom out or zoom in. Yes, sir. Rent and number of bedrooms.
It's not visible. Sneha,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
बोल रहे आंसर बोल.
sir, rent and number of bedrooms.
अरे यार, what is my question?
What are the two variables?
अरे what are which is dependent, which is independent? यही तो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ना आज.
Yes, sir. Number of bedroom is
Rent is in.
independent.
Rent of a house depends on
Number of bedrooms.
okay. So why I'm discussing this in exam? It's up to you to decide which is X and which is Y. Okay. Sudhanshu Naik, quote my last sentence.
Sir, number of rent of an house depends on number of bedrooms.
That was not my last sentence. My last sentence was in exam, X and Y may not come, and you have to identify, decide yourself which is Y, which is X. You were not attentive.
So I was opening my notebooks. Actually.
Now, we had started the concept of multivariate linear regression, and that was the first question for today's quiz. What should be the answer? Gautami, then Shivani in that order.
Yes, sir. There is one dependent variable and others are independent variable. So, sorry, one independent variable and multiple are dependent variable.
तो आज सबर सबर कुछ लिया क्या?
Sorry, sir. Multiple dependent variable and one is dependent variable.
तो क्या हो गया तेरे को?
Sir, actually.
So
Sir,
one is dependent, one is
Yes. One is dependent and multiples are independent.
तो जा पानी पी के आ, जा उठ के जा.
one is independent, multiple are dependent.
कौन बोल रहा है? कौन बोल रहा है? आशीष.
Sir, sir, one is dependent, multiple are sir independent variable.
सर यही तो मैंने बोला मल्टीपल आर इंडिपेंडेंट
तो हमने 5 बार गड़बड़ की.
सर एक्चुअली आई वाज लिटिल डन
Okay, so this is what we expected from you. If you are taking only one independent or predictor variable, we sometimes find it is not sufficient. It is not reflecting. It is not measuring sufficiently to predict, estimate the dependent variable y. So we have to go for more factors for greater accuracy. So if a question comes, why we may have to go for multiple regression, so this highlighted word in red is the answer, right? Sudhanshu, quote my last sentence. Sudhanshu Naik. Sudhanshu on mute.
Yes, sir.
अब बोलेगा मेरा नेटवर्क इशू है, बोल दे. क्या कर रहा है तू? समिता.
The last question was if the question asks why multiple variants are more good than the bivariant, then the answer in the red one is the correct one, which is the greater accuracy.
If you want more accuracy while predicting, estimating dependent variable y, and if one factor is not sufficiently covering, then you have to identify, add more independent factors, right? So this is what I was suggesting. Note it down. This will be theory questions. And to start with, I think I was asking Aliva, if I remember correctly, this is the simplest form of multiple regression. And here, for the first time, we are adding one more, x1, x2. You could have added x3, x4, x5, and it will go on. So in place of one factor, you are adding two independent factors. And this, just for a distinction, you can have a feel from two-dimensional. If you are plotting this equation, this will not be a straight line, rather this will be a plane. Repeat, unlike simple regression, it will not be a straight line, it will be a plane in three-dimensional geometry. Okay, and this we had derived the normal equations, hope you remember. And if I will be asking what is the role of normal equation, the answers would be, if we solve these three normal equations, we will be in a position to identify, get the constants A, B1, B2. Three constants, three normal equations, right? And I had suggested you should better back practice. Yes, please, Abhilash.
Sir, can you tell again, sir, how we got these three normal equations? I could not get it.
Okay. Shivani, I remember you are there. If you remember the logical derivation, how we derive the normal equation, give a try. Shivani followed by Oliva. Get ready. Or you can say pass. Don't waste time.
Sir, pass.
Oliva, then
Yes.
Oliva.
First, Abhilas, for the first normal equation, we have to use the summation. That is, in the first equation, it is summation of y equals to na plus b1 x summation of x1 plus b2 summation of x2. Then, for the second equation, we have to multiply x1 in that first equation. So, we will be getting summation of x1y equals to a of summation of x1 plus b1 summation of x1 square plus b2 summation of x1 x2. Then in
the n goes here.
N will
because we are
be
multiplying.
Summation A means A is a constant. The symbol will be summation A. Summation A means A plus A plus A plus A n times. So that's why summation A means n. Okay. Second
Sir, but
equation,
in the second equation we are not writing the n.
then you get the variable na. Not getting?
No, sir.
Okay. Thanks for asking. Hope the whiteboard is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The equation was y equal to a b1 x1 plus b2. So when you are putting a summation symbol everywhere, summation here, summation here, summation here, summation here, this is only constant. Everywhere you have to vary. Okay. So this will be written or rewritten as summation y plus b1 summation x1 plus b2 summation x2. Now this term means actually those who had little bit of mathematics, summation actually ranges from I equals to 1 to n. Okay, so that means n times you are adding. So this is a plus a plus a plus 2 n times a. So that's why we had n. But other cases we are not adding here. So now the second, as Aliva was correctly suggesting, you multiply x1 to every term and then take summation. Okay. So you please discuss. I think we had covered, but I should thank you for asking. Hope it was bit clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Fine. You can stop me.
When we are solving the three equation, can you use calculator? Yeah, we'll do it manually.
Yes, that's what we are going to discuss today. You are allowed to use scientific calculator. Okay.
Okay.
And write, if it is a descriptive long question, in part B wala question, you write that by using scientific calculator, we found A, B1, B2 like this. How many of you know using scientific calculator to find the
Yes.
roots or A1, B2? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, those you know how to find solving simultaneously three equations. Oh God, only 11 out of 55. Okay, remove your hand symbol. Can I request you just to cross check whether you are sleeping or not? How many of you do not know using scientific calculator to solve three equations? Raise your hand. Do not know. Maheshwatare,
Yes, sir.
I think you know mathematics, I know mathematics.
Yes, sir.
So section raw 37 do not know. 11 no. 37 plus 11, is it matching to 55?
No, sir.
बाकी लोग को क्या बोलेंगे कुंभकर्ण? क्या हो गया रे जमाना? Remove your hand symbol. I would request some of you, please help each other. If you do not have scientific calculator, request to please have scientific calculator and self-help. Okay, आजकल तो YouTube पे भी हो जाता है. Request that is required. Now we are having two independent factors. Then I will be taking you to three independent factors. In that case, solving will be really tough, tedious, boring, time taking. Okay, so all of you should have. All कर पाएंगे. आज you all have opted for online mode of exam. You are lucky that you have everything. You have Excel, you have scientific calculator, you have Aliva, you have Arpita, you have Shivani, those who can help online during exam. इसीलिए तो अब किया ना भाई का ऑनलाइन एग्जाम. So help mode is always available in Google and also in your section C. ठीक है, don't worry. In lighter vein, we should know how to use scientific calculator. Okay, ठीक है. I'm happy that some of you are really sincere, and I have already received. I had requested to solve one of these questions, though I had told optional, though I had not made it mandatory. But some of you have already submitted. Around 7 of you have submitted. At least कुछ तो honesty है. बाकी लोग तो busy है, I know. They are very, very busy and they don't do this stupid work of what stupid Subudhi is telling. So this is what it will be coming, and all of you should remember, sometimes in exam, y, x1, x2 will be given. Right, Samhita? Y is what?
Dependent variable.
What is the
Yes, sir, and
synonym of dependent?
sir, y is dependent x1 and x2 are the multiple independent.
No, they are independent. I'm asking a new question. What is synonym of dependent variable, Sunita Chaja?
Sir, criterion variable.
All of you note it down. Don't forget it. This type of objective questions should come. And these are called predictor variable, right? So now sometimes it may not be given XY wala. You have to decide yourself out of the given set of variables. That was the second objective question today, what I had given. आपको बोलना था एक एग्जाम्पल लेके what would be dependent variable and related independent variable. That type of question should come in exam also. Don't take things lightly. Sandita madam, ଖାଇଛୁ ଆଜି ସକାଳୁ? Out of these three,
Yes, sir.
is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Tell which will be dependent, middle one or extreme right one, which will be dependent.
Sir, number of rooms is dependent.
Very good. जा पानी पी क्या? तोते छंदिया पाई मु कहिथिली. You got confused? Avik?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What yes sir? Answer बोलना.
Sir, rent is dependent on both of these things. Number of rooms and distance from downtown.
संदीता को बोलेगा.
Yes, sir. Sanjita, rent is dependent on on the number of rooms. The more number of rooms are there, the more is rent, and the distance is the lesser the distance, the higher the rent.
Lesser the distance.
The higher the rent.
Trusita, is it clear? Making it clear or confused?
Yes, sir, clear.
If you remember, हमने बोले थे शायद in the last class में, if a dependent factor or variable is dependent on several factors, out of the factors, I think Aliva was perhaps asking, I don't know who was asking from your section or other section, how to know which is more important. Suppose in multiple regression, one dependent variable, 5 independent factors. Like 5 fingers, all are not equal. If you can see, one is taller, one is shorter, similarly weightage, right? So in this case, we will be in a position to find the nature and strength of relationship. Shivanishwara, what is the meaning of nature and strength of relationship? जल्दी बोलो नहीं तो पास करो. ज्योति प्रकाश सेना, नेक्स्ट गेट रेडी. अरे शिवानी बोल तो नहीं तो पास तो करना अनम्यूट करके. अरे अनम्यूट तो कर. क्या हो गया रे शिवानी को? शारदा बोल रहे.
So nature means positive or negative? And strength means stronger or weaker.
Devasmita Panda, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Look,
Sir,
first column, second column. Are they related?
yes, sir.
What type of relation?
Sir, more is the number of rooms, more is the rent.
अरे बेटा, what type of relation?
A direct
Direct.
relation,
हाँ वो तो बोलना, positive relation.
positive relation, yes, sir.
Samita, first column, third column, are they related?
Yes, sir.
What type of relation is this?
So weaker relation. Because as the number of distance changes, the rent
Sorry,
doesn't.
repeat again.
So the distance, as for the distance change, the rent will not change.
What type of relation?
So like
Inverse. Inverse.
Prusita, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the
These are liquidly.
What are the two factors? What is the relationship of x1 with y and x2 with y? Prusita?
So with X1 it is direct, with X2 it is indirect or weak.
Okay, so now I told two critical things. Number one, in exam, you yourself have to identify कि y कौन सा होगा, x1, x2, what are the value. Chandita, don't get chandamanda. It's clear. Rent is y, second, third, x1, x2, right? Okay. Now, then what we'll be doing? Chandita to answer. Next, Muslims have get ready. If we are asked to find regression equation, what next? What next means what are the other columns we should have? अरे बेटा जल्दी बोल, नहीं तो पास तो कर, डोंट वेस्ट टाइम. बढ़िया, सीधा लेके जाके एग्जाम रे. मौसम बोल रहे. अरे बोल, नहीं तो पास कर.
I didn't hear the question, sir.
बढ़िया. अदिति पता नहीं.
The pass.
All sections C pass. Go to me.
Yes, sir. Sir, x1 का square, x2 का square, then x1 into y and x2 into y, then x1 into x2.
So other columns we have to have. Prusita, you got a digital pen?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, the battery is done actually.
तो battery down है ना नहीं? Anybody having digital pen?
Yes, sir.
Share screen. First write y, then next column x1, x2, and extreme right में you write normal equations. So extreme right, so that you have space for other columns. Hope you are getting me what I am just suggesting. x2 के बाद थोड़ा और column डालेंगे. Now you write the normal equations. This is regression equation बेटा. Normal equation फटाफट लिखो. B1 summation all of you start writing this question in a notebook. The rent question all of you should try. आशीष पैकरा, the rent वाला क्वेश्चन दिए थे क्या?
नो सर, वो दूसरा वाला दिए थे.
हाँ तो अभी शुरू करो ना, क्यों वेट कर रहे हो?
यस सर.
फटाफट करो. Quick, faster. Anybody completing it? Raise your hand. All of you start doing. x1 x2 रे. हाँ ठीक है. नीचे लेग. ठीक है. Thank you dear. Now look to the normal equations and x2 के बाद lines vertical line खींच के what are the other columns should have. Can you please do that?
Sir, in the second question, how can you predict y? Because here is not given the x1, x2.
अभी रुक तो जा। भुवनेश्वर के बाद कटक आएगा, कटक के बाद ही खड़गपुर आएगा। अभी कटक तो पार होने दो, अभी ये कर। ये डाटा किया नहीं किया? शारदा, यू विल बी टेलिंग sum total of y and sum total of x1 square. Sunit, you will be telling sum total of x2 square. खुशबू को बाकी लोग हेल्प करो। अभी क्या कर रहा है इधर उधर?
y 360,000
हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ड्रॉ करके टोटल लिख।
450। अच्छा,
टोटल लिखना,
टोटल लिखना।
खुशबू को बोल रहे शारदा।
टोटल के 2985
ओनली यू राइट टोटल, डोंट राइट
और y for y 2985।
सॉल्यूशन तो कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है? सॉल्यूशन x1 कर रहा है, बाकी लोग को एक एक कर बोलो ना। एक एक करके खुशबू का नाम लेके बोल रहे हैं अभी। आशीष,
For x2 it's 21. x2 it's 21.
So x2 square is 131. x2 square summation, yes, 131.
बाकी लोग करो दूसरा कलम। हेल्प ज्योति प्रकाश है ना? आर यू डूइंग इट और नॉट? स्विच ऑन वीडियो, आई कैन सी वेदर यू आर
070
कौन सा?
x1 square।
Saloni Panda, switch on video. Rajan, you are there. Niladri.
Yes, sir.
अरे पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे बेटा।
x1 x2 is 50,
x1 x2 47 40 47 आ रहा है।
कौन सा
सर? x1 x2 50 होगा।
ज्योति, यू नॉट फाउंड एनी कलम? अरे एक तो आठ करके बोल रहे।
Summation x1 y 11,170. 8535 x2 y.
Okay, now we'll be putting these values in these equations. What is n, Khushbu?
I can see the question, sir.
6
अच्छा, Ashish, you know using scientific calculator?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do one thing. बाकी लोग देखो आशीष को। खुशबू, stop sharing. Ashish will be doing it in scientific calculator. अभी बाकी लोगों को देखा, एटलीस्ट कम से कम कुछ लोग तो फॉलो करेंगे। आशीष
सर ऐसे दिखाऊं क्या?
तो कहाँ पर है? मुझे तो नहीं दिख रहा।
सर मैं यहाँ पे।
एक मिनट, लेट मी
पिन कर दीजिए।
हाँ, वही मैं कर रहा हूँ। कोई गाइड करे सो दैट विल बी राउंड। जस्ट टेल कौन सा
मेनू होगा, नहीं तो सेटअप लिखा होगा।
सर मोड और सेटअप लिखा होगा।
हाँ, मोड नहीं तो सेटअप लिखा होगा। उसको क्लिक करके फिर मेरे पे दिखा रहा है ऐसे बॉक्स बना हुआ होगा। देखिए ऐसे बॉक्स बना होगा, तो उसमें नीचे जाके फिर यहाँ पे इक्वेशन लिखा होगा। कहीं पे एक इक्वेशन लिखा होगा, देखिए। तो नीचे जाके फिर इक्वेशन में इक्वल टू करना है। इक्वल टू इक्वल टू क्लिक करके फिर सिमल इक्वेशन लिखा होगा पहला वाला, उसको क्लिक करो, वन वाला। फिर वन क्लिक करने के बाद फिर पूछेगा कितना नंबर ऑफ वेरिएबल है उसका। टू से सॉरी 2 से 4 है, तो 3 क्लिक करना है हमको। तो 3 क्लिक कर दो, फिर ये आ जाएगा, इसमें सब वैल्यू पुट कर
अच्छा,
सकते हैं।
एक रिक्वेस्ट है, सजेशन है, वन ऑफ यू, इधर आशीष और वन ऑफ यू डू ए यूट्यूब वीडियो, ये जो कैसे करते हैं यही क्वेश्चन को, हाउ डू यू सॉल्व इट, वी कैन सर्कुलेट सो दैट इट विल बी beneficial for others, ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
And those who have already solved, can you just tell Khushbu what are the roots or values a B1 B2 you got? Khushbu, share your screen. कोई साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर यूज करके सॉल्व किया क्या? खुशबू कलर चेंज करके पेन यू राइट नीचे A equals to B1 equals to B2 equals to, your friends will tell you what is the answer. जिन लोग के पास साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर है कोई सॉल्व करके बताओ। I think 11, 12 of you know how to solve using scientific calculator. कोई करता हो?
Sir, the second equation is
वो रेड कलर में सिंपली राइट A equals to.
sir.
हाँ.
Sir, the second equation it is A summation of x1 plus B1 summation of x1 square plus B2 summation of x1 into summation of x2 or summation of x1 x2.
हाँ, अरे खुशबू, are you getting it? Only one summation. थैंक यू अभिलाष। अरे किसी ने सॉल्व किया नहीं किया? सो गए हो क्या? Mahasuta, do you know how to solve?
No, sir. I mean, I don't have a calculator. I'll get it today.
Okay, okay. Get one scientific calculator. Shreya, Vakya.
Yes, sir. I will also get it by today.
Sorry?
I will also get the calculator by today. I don't have it, sir, right now.
Okay. Sharada Electric.
A आ रहा है 96.46, B1 136.485.
Yes, sir. A is 96.45.
And B2 equal to minus 2.403.
Sharada, what is your B2?
So B2 minus 2.
How much you told?
Sir, my B1 is 136.48 and B2 is minus 2.4.
हाँ, तो correct ना matching.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you note it down. Stop sharing. Or you wait, Khushbu. Those who want, you can take a screenshot. बाकी लोग आंसर ले लो. All of you take screenshot. ठीक है. Stop sharing. Okay. Now please, all of you, please concentrate. This is what you may be getting a long question, and all of you should be in a position to solve it. Okay. Oh yes, sorry, I'm forgetting. What was your question, Ashish? Second bit. Okay. We'll be solving it. I think Ashish was suggesting, say for example, 13.9. दिख रहा है 13.9.
Yes, sir.
13.9 वाला second bit इस type का question ही आएगा. Okay, that's what Ashish was suggesting. मान लो Ashish, after marriage, she wanted to present to his queen, आशीष पैकरा को चाहिए एक पैलेस जिसमें 11 बेडरूम हो एंड ही शुड बी इन चंदका एरिया मे बी लाइक डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम डाउनटाउन, कोई नहीं जाएगा, कोई नहीं डिस्टर्ब करेगा, सो किलोमीटर इज 7. ओके, क्या बोला रवि?
कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा इसलिए डिस्टेंस होगा 7.
तू पक्का डिस्टर्ब करेगा, मैं वैल्यू बोला, वैल्यू बोलना बदमाश।
सर 11 बेडरूम डिस्टेंस 7 होगा सर।
अरे x1 कितना बोला, देखना सुबह, तू स्टोरी सुन रहा है क्या? मैंने x1 कुछ बोला, क्या बोला बदमाश? अरे x1 कितना बोला रेलिवा?
11 सर।
हाँ, x1 इक्वल्स टू 11, x2 कितना बोला?
7 सर।
तो वो बोलना कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा, इसका मतलब तू डिस्टर्ब करने जाएगा। सो एस्टिमेट रेंट ऑफ सच ए हाउस हैविंग 11 बेडरूम एंड डिस्टेंस विल बी 7 किलोमीटर। जो इक्वेशन मिला, इक्वेशन क्या मिला शारदा?
सर इक्वेशन मिला y इक्वल टू 96.46 प्लस 136.485 x1 माइनस 2.403 x2।
ओके, उसमें x1 का वैल्यू x2 का वैल्यू पुट करेंगे, ठीक है ज्योति प्रकाश जी ना?
सर कैसे 11 और 7 आया?
सॉरी
सर 11 और 7 कैसे आया?
ऐसे रैंडमली मैंने दे दिया रे, ये मिल गया, जैसे 13.9 में है ना, ये अगर x1 दिस x2 दिस व्हाट विल बी y, इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आएगा, ठीक है। सो सुनीत आचार्य, व्हाट इज माय सेकंड बिट क्वेश्चन एंड व्हाट शुड बी डन? टाइम सेव कर, फटाफट बोल।
Sir, how can you calculate the relation, the bedrooms and the distance?
Will be calculating bedroom.
No, sir, the bedrooms will be 11 bedrooms and 7 kilometer distance. So, who will?
Jyoti, Jyoti Prakash Jana, take over. How will be calculating?
Sir, pass.
I knew that you'll be telling pass. You are more careful, like for हमारा विकेट कीपर कौन है?
ऋषभ पंत।
ऋषभ पंत जैसा तेरा हेयर स्टाइल है, यू आर माइंडिंग योर हेयर स्टाइल, नॉट लिसनिंग टू सुबुदी, तो बोलेगा पास। Why you are not listening to me? Are you angry?
No sir, I was listening but I forgot.
हाँ, तो ऋषभ पंत वाला हेयर स्टाइल को क्या बोल रहे?
The equation that we got from the above by plus B1, that is 136.48 into x1. Here x1 is 11 bedrooms, plus that is minus B2. B2 is minus 2.40 into the x2, that is the distance 7, and then we'll solve it.
Very good. Thank you, dear. Jyoti, I will not leave you. I will trouble you. जो बोला श्रेया ने बोल, कैसे कैसे करेंगे? बेचारा फंस गया।
She was too fast.
इतना कंप्लेन अगर करेगा, तेरा शादी के बाद क्या होगा भगवान जाने। तो सुनता नहीं है, बाकी लोगों का कंप्लेन कर रहा है। अरे सुन तो ले बेटा, why you are wasting your time and my time dear? बाकी लोगों का भी टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है। Okay, moving forward, this will be discussing later. I'll be discussing very briefly a very important and a possible question from exam point of view concept called multi-colinearity. ध्यान दो, कान खोल के, आँख खोल के, ज्योति प्रकाश, प्रोफेसर जेना साहब, आप भी सुन लो, आप भी एक्सप्लेन करोगे। Multi-colinearity is a typical critical problem which may arise which may appear in multiple regression analysis chapter. हमने अभी अभी बोले थे, लास्ट क्लास एंड को बोले थे, just to increase accuracy of prediction, you go on adding independent factors. ठीक है, यही तो बोले थे ना सरदा. So when you go on adding many factors, you don't know. But the necessary condition is that जो भी add करोगे, it should be unique and independent. Repeat, those predictors should be unique and genuinely contributing to Y. Unique का मतलब repetition ना हो, but we don't know. Suppose, I don't know in your section whether we had suggested or not, Sarada Aliba remind me, शायद हम लिए थे एग्जाम्पल एम्प्लॉय मोटिवेशन का एग्जाम्पल लिए थे नहीं लिए थे सैलरी अनदर कुड बी इंसेंटिव दोनों फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट है शायद दोनों डिफरेंट है but there could be some similarity also. So the problem may arise if in a set of independent variables, if there is some intercorrelation, then you will face multi-colinearity. It's a very important concept. I know Maheshwata has made a rule. She will not listen to Subudhi. Quote my last sentence.
So I have not made any such rule, sir. I'm listening.
बोल ना अभी तो पता चलेगा ना last sentence बोल.
So यही आप बोले last था that you have made a rule.
अरे smartest chap, okay. उसके पहले बोल last to last. वो पता नहीं है. अली आप बोल रहे हैं.
Yes, sir. You said that there could be some relation between the independent variables which you are taking in multivariate equation.
Question in exam will come when multicollinearity may happen. I was telling Maheshwata madam, sorry, Maheshwata madam, if you find interrelationship among the independent factors, when an independent factor bola, predictor bola, I'm not telling why you are dependent, okay? So X factors में अगर interrelation है तब ही multicollinearity आ जाएगा. And all of you remember, multicollinearity is a disadvantage to the strength of multiple regression. So I have told 2-3 important points. All of you need to remember this. Okay? So this could be a theory question in exam. Is that clear? Now I'll be giving one example of pizza cells. All of you concentrate and give me 3 minutes. After that, you can ask me question on multicollinearity. Now please see, what is Y here? We to bolo.
Total pizza
cells. Okay. Now cells, hope you will agree, how many times you are repeating the add. ये फैक्टर होगा नहीं होगा त्रुषिता भागे त्रुषिता संबिता.
Yes, sir, it will be a factor.
Positive or negative?
Sir, positive.
All of you are agreeing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
त्रुषिता पढ़ जैसे पढ़ेला खुशी. Now, what is X2?
Cost of art.
How much you are spending on advertisement? Is it related or not, Sarada?
Yes,
what type of relation is this between X2 and Y?
If cost will be more, then total pizza sale will be less. Negative.
Negative relation. Inverse relation.
Yeah.
No, sir,
Positive, sir.
Direct relation, it is decreasing.
That should break my head. Sarada. कौन है इसमें तोरो?
So cost of ad. Okay.
अरे how much you spend on ad? Total budget of your ad. This we have already done in correlation example. Both are positively correlated. how much you spend, and sales.
Yes,
Gautami,
sir. Yes.
they have got word. Okay, now please see. I don't know whether today it will time will be there or not. I'll be surely starting Excel solution. Next day I'll be showing you SPSS solution, and uh, this output will also come in exam. All of you note it carefully. This is the equation. Okay, what is 16.9 a week? Jaldi bol. Now, once the student has found a simple bivariate regression between x1 and y. ओके एक एक फैक्टर को लेके वो स्टूडेंट रिलेशन निकाल रहा है ओके सो दिस इज ए दिस इज बी दिस इज x1 ऑल ऑफ यू रिमेंबर ओके नाउ दिस कोफिशिएंट इज पॉजिटिव मीन्स दे हैव पॉजिटिव रिलेशन okay now all of you should remember this r square like small r in simple correlation. All of you note down in your notebook, capital R is the counterpart of small r in multiple regression. Aliba quote my last sentence, jaldi bol.
Capital R is the counterpart of small r in multiple regression.
सिंपल कोरिलेशन में जैसे में R यूज करते हैं बाइवेरिएट कैपिटल R सिंबल यूज करेंगे मल्टीपल रिग्रेशन कोरिलेशन में ठीक है नाउ दिस विल बी R स्क्वायर का मतलब कोएफिशिएंट डिटरमिनेशन you remember or not
Yes, sir.
1% means what Itisri Pusti that means number of arts contributes up to 61% to sales growth. Anybody not clear? जो Sandita, last class please remember small r and r square. R square was coefficient of determination. So similarly, a capital R square. So R square is 61%. That means this factor number of arts contributes 61%. That means ये factor बहुत important है. This much you understand. We'll be repeating it. Okay. Now the same student wanted to study again. Second factor को लिया y के साथ. Sarada, are you getting it? Now after running this total cost दिख रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है? Sarada, this is also coming positive. Yes, so this is positive relation. Now how much is r square here?
67.3.
So what does it mean? That means total cost spent on R is also important and this contributes 67% to the sales growth. Okay. Now अभी कहानी में ट्विस्ट है अभी रुक जा The meaning is when the student put both the factors together in SPSS software, what happened? Look here. इससे पहले एक एक करके एनालाइज कर रहा था. Now he has taken x1 and x2. Okay. And how much is r square here? Taken together.
68.4.
Please remember. First factor was contributing more than 61%. Second factor was contributing more than 67%. अगर दोनों को मिलाया अभी तो शुरू आज किए थे ना बोले थे कि मल्टीपल रिग्रेशन का फायदा होगा इट इम्प्रूव्स एक्यूरेसी मींस इट इम्प्रूव्स आर स्क्वायर हुआ क्या इज इट गोइंग टू 90% 100%? So इसका मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है. Can anybody guess? Though I have not explained fully. कोई सोच के बता पाएगा?
Sir, there is a positive relation between number of ads and cost incurred in ads.
There might be relation between cost of ads.
Not might be. There is.
Okay.
अभी अलीबा देख रहे. Suppose you belong to a company. ठीक है. इस साल तेरे पास इतना पैसा है, बजट है फॉर एडवर्टाइजमेंट, ठीक है, उस हिसाब से तो रिपीट कर पाएगा ना, पैसा तो बजट नहीं है, कैन यू रिपीट इट? सो हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू आर गिविंग art, is it not very much similar to how much you are spending on art?
Yes, sir.
जितना बार हम देंगे उतना तो खर्चा होगा ना. So X2 is not totally different, it's not unique. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Shreya,
Yes, sir.
can you explain what happened here?
Yes, sir. So here the cost of ads and the number of ads which is replaced has an interrelationship within themselves, among themselves. The independent variables are depend related. So there is a
That's why R square is not significantly improving as expected. मास्टर टिके बुझा पड़ा ना, बाउंसरी के ऊपर पड़ेगा रे.
No, sir.
Okay. So this type of output will also find in SPSS. ये हमें करना पड़ेगा. This is part of our syllabus. ठीक है. Now this R square is important. Please remember this. ये हम कराएंगे. ठीक है. Now please remember what are the other output elements we need to understand. This p value. All of you please note it down. Fatafat. The most important output result in multiple regression output is final p value. This is called significance probability, small p. All of you write small p. Please all of you write, if this p is less or equal to 0.05 or 5%, Sudhanshu लिख रहा है. Show me your pen. PEN, not PAIN. Just like क्या लिखा? अनम्यूट कर, बोल रहे, अनम्यूट करना.
तो स्मॉल पे लिख रहा था सर, उसके बाद नहीं लिखा हूँ.
हाँ, वो इसीलिए मैं पूछा कि तू नहीं लिख रहा है. मौसमी क्या बोला रे?
Sir, if this P is lesser than 0.006.
If this is less than 0.05 बोला, not 005. 0.05%, then the regression model will be called significant. Underline the word significant. Otherwise, it will be not significant. Otherwise means what, Soham Sen? 5% अगर ज्यादा मिलेगा तो this will not be significant. Prosita Mahapatra, asilu kare khai kari breakfast. ठोकोटा Prosita. ये जाने से attendance दिला पड़ेला. So, what is the role of regression model, Shreya? Can you guess? Though it is a difficult question, what is the role of regression model? Regression equation क्यों हम study कर रहे हैं, क्यों use कर रहे हैं? What is the role application? श्रेया सरकार.
how
prediction
much
करने के लिए,
dependent
prediction करने के लिए, ठीक है, estimate करने के लिए, कुछ चीज if you want to know in advance, okay. So that model, that equation, जैसे हमने बोले थे cyclone wind speed, you remember that? So whatever factors, variables you have taken, that may not be effectively predicting if P is more than 0.05. Okay, this is important. Now, this P, you remember this? For each factor, we should also compare. First, this is important. Second, this is important. Third, this is important. So from output, we have to study all these values. Right. Now, these factors, whether significant or not, this will be studied. Sarada, how will be knowing whether this factor is significant, this factor is significant or not? Guess करके बोल. Same logic से
positive or
if
negative
same logic से if p
or
value will be less
5%.
or equal to 5%. ठीक है? If it is more than that, we'll be telling नहीं ये factor ठीक नहीं है.
सर
हाँ बोल.
सर वो जो स्मॉल p लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 0.05 बोले सर, वो वाला होने से सिग्निफिकेंट क्यों होता है सर, मतलब रीजन क्या है?
हाँ, this is actually I don't know whether I think yes, I have not covered. Sample testing, that is one important chapter. Sample testing हमने cover किए थे साल का. Hypothesis, testing hypothesis.
Yes sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
किए थे. T test, Z test किए थे.
Yes,
T
sir.
test किए थे,
Yes,
check
sir.
test.
What does alpha, type 1 error? Alibi, remember, that is type 1 error, 5%, okay? Confidence level, all those things, okay? In some other class, we'll discuss, don't worry. This is what related to type 1 error, okay? How much we can tolerate, tolerance limit, confidence limit, वो जो बताए थे, we'll be repeating it, okay? So from there, it is prescribed. अगर उससे कम है better, ज़्यादा है not acceptable, ठीक है? So, and this is the answer. Answer means what? Anybody who can guess? Assess. Question में, what is the main question? Find regression equation ना? ठीक है? So, you have to find, this is A, this is B1, this is B2. Samhita, am I clear or things are complicated? Samran?
Yes, sir, I get it.
Yes, sir.
अभी साइंटिफिक हमने पाए थे ना सिमरन.
हाँ सर.
यही आंसर अगर हम एसपीएसएस सॉफ्टवेयर रन करेंगे ये मिलेगा. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I think this I will be repeating, but I want you all to solve, use Excel. आगे क्या होगा? No, this will be doing it. This somebody should remind. ये question discuss करेंगे, but I will be asking you. Oh, sorry. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this self check you had done manually, some of you. I think I had told you. यही तो बोले थे.
So 13.9.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अभी this book self check means what? इतिश्री आंसर मिलेगा लेवेंस बुक में. ओके, ये स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. नहीं तो somebody Abhilash I think had circulated soft copy of Levin's book. This will be solving in Excel. ठीक है? All of you have taken screenshot. Note it down. Self check, that is part 1. One of you circulate in your WhatsApp group 13.1 का data. Rushita, sorry, you are network issue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm good, sir.
भाविली समस्त पे खाए पड़ेलो.
Nice, sir.
Okay, I hope you have upgraded your Excel. Honestly, bolo, how many of you have, very honest, please be honest in my class. I don't like dishonest. I really love you because you are all very honest minded person. How many of you have joined from mobile? Please raise your hand. Honestly, bolo, raise your hand. How many of you have joined from mobile? Okay, at least Niladri is honest, but you should not be honest, so honest always. Okay, Niladri.
No, sir. Sir, today my laptop, sir, was hang कर रहा sir. बहुत problem दे रहा था, इसलिए sir मैंने mobile से मैंने try किया बहुत बार laptop से. देखिए sir, laptop में खोल कर बैठा हूँ sir.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Thank you.
Problem दे रहा है इसलिए.
Understood. So your laptop is in ICU, but not you. You are okay, hale and hearty. Okay. So कोई एक share करेगा, say for example I always like to trouble Chandita. Hope you are not angry with me. Chandita and Anirban, share your Excel one by one.
Yes,
Share
sir.
your Excel sheet.
Is it visible, sir?
हाँ अभी Anirban,
Yes, sir.
क्लिक डाटा,
एक सेकंड सर, ये
डाटा को क्लिक कर.
कर लेता हूँ सर. यस सर.
हाँ ये अभी देखो जहाँ टॉप एक्सट्रीम राइट में डाटा एनालिसिस है ना, वहाँ कर्सर डोंट क्लिक होल्ड. बाकी लोग चेक करो, आपके पास ये ऑप्शन आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा. If anybody not getting this data analysis option, I think Professor Asutosh might.
नहीं आ रहा है सर.
अच्छा, Professor Asutosh have told you to do that ना. अच्छा सुनो. Please help each other. अलीभारे सुन रहे. Anybody Samita, Aliva, anybody who knows Anirban, बाकी लोग को बोलो कैसे उसको ऑपरेट करेंगे. अभी तुरंत फाइल को जाओ, तो बोलते जाना.
सर फाइल देन ऑप्शंस में
जा रहा है, रॉकेट में जा रहा है, कैसे कर, क्लोज कर.
सर वही
बोल रहे.
सर पहले फाइल में जाके फिर ऑप्शंस में जाके ऐड इन
करो.
देन गो. यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करना है ना एनालिसिस. गो पे क्लिक करो.
गो पे सर.
हाँ. देन सिलेक्ट करो एनालिसिस टूल पैक.
सब
पोस्ट वाला.
बेटर सारे कर दो. सॉल्वर भी चाहिए एक्सेल. अच्छा सॉल्वर कैसे
सॉल्वर किए थे सर. सॉल्वर ऐड किए थे, बस ये नहीं किए थे, ये नहीं बोले थे सर.
अच्छा अभी तुरंत करो. अनिर्बान आशीष सुन रहे. व्हाट्सएप में 2 लाइन डाल दे हाउ टू डू इट, और हम गो टू होम.
सर वीडियो भेज दूंगा वो ग्रुप में.
अरे अभी भेजना, अभी करेंगे. वीडियो तो कल करेगा ना तू.
सर अभी भेज दे रहा वीडियो.
अभी तू कोई टाइप तो करो ना डाटा.
सर हो गया. सारे ऑप्शन को क्लिक कर देने से हो जाता है सर. आ गया मेरा.
अरे डाटा एंट्री करो रे. पहला कलम लिखो y अनिर्बान.
यस सर.
नेक्स्ट x1 देन x2. अभी डाटा बोल रहे उसको अनिर्बान को. जल्दी बोल फटाफट. टाइम सेव करो.
Enable y 25, 30,
for y. Yeah.
30, 11, 22, 27, 19. X1, 3.5, 6.7, 1.5, 0.3, 4.6, 2.0, 5.0, 4.2,
4.2. Okay.
8.5, 1.4, 3.6, 1.3.
1.3.
हो गया.
Yes sir.
You know how to do it regression. पता है.
एक्सपेक्ट निकालना है.
नहीं nothing कुछ नहीं चाहिए. सुनो. क्लिक डाटा एनालिसिस. स्लो सुन रहे अनिर्बान बेटा. सुन स्लो चल. बाकी लोगों को वेट कर. How many of you have entered data? Raise your hand. How many of you have entered data? Raise your hand. In Excel, how many of you have entered hand? What happened to others? Only 50% has entered. बाकी लोग क्या कर रहे हो? यस
सर.
क्यों नहीं हुआ?
सर मैं देख रहा हूँ सर. स्टार्ट करूँगा सर.
क्या देख रहा है? मुझे देख रहा है या और कुछ को देख रहा है?
सर नहीं सर, प्रोसेस देख रहा हूँ सर, क्या क्या हो रहा
अरे डाटा एंट्री करना।
है। जी सर, कर रहा हूँ।
ऋषभ जैन, स्वाति पन्ना, रितु स्वाई, स्विचन वीडियो, अभिलाष पंडा, why you are not done? Itisri, Hakudagiri.
Typing, sir.
Yes,
All
sir,
of you,
completed, sir.
all of you entered data. Hold on, hold on. Those who have entered, look to the screen of Anirban. Anirban, रुक रे, रुक.
हाँ सर, हाँ सर।
हाँ, डाटा एनालिस्ट क्लिक किया अभी।
हाँ सर, अनिर्बाण की जगह पर एकदम सेम जगह पर आप खोलेंगे तो ओके कर दूंगा।
हाँ नहीं रुक, सभी लोग को साथ लेके चलेंगे ना। अभी क्लिक करो, ओके करो। अभी देखो, रुको, दिख रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है? शिवानी अनम्यूट
यस
करके।
सर, यस सर दिख रहा है।
हाँ, वाई रेंज का मतलब क्या है?
सर 25 से लेके 90।
हाँ, वो डाटा को सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं।
यस सर।
कोई ऑटोमेटिक आ गया ना?
यस सर, आ गया।
अभी सुनो कि जो एक्स रेंज है, दोनों x1 x2 का डाटा,
यस सर।
दोनों को सिलेक्ट करेंगे। रिपीट, दोनों को सिलेक्ट करेंगे। ओ रुक जा। एनीबॉडी हैविंग डाउट?
सर पहले डाटा एनालिसिस क्लिक किए सर, उसके बाद कौन सा ऑप्शन क्लिक करना है?
रिग्रेशन।
ओके।
अनिर्बन देखा ना, तो इतना स्पीड चल रहा है, बाकी लोग बोल रहे हैं।
वो डाटा एनालिसिस, रिग्रेशन।
हो गया? मौसमी, आशीष वगैरह। नाउ जो लिखा है बाकी लोग को, बाकी ऑप्शन को आज टाइम नहीं है, नहीं करेंगे। अभी देखते हैं। रुक। आई थिंक आउटपुट रेंज क्लिक आउटपुट रेंज वन। अरे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, हाँ क्लिक करना। हाँ, कहीं भी से फॉर एग्जाम्पल F3 सेल दिख रहा है?
यस सर।
हाँ रुक। श्रेया, could you enter output cell?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Shita,
Yes,
Sarada.
sir.
Now let us see what happens. Press OK करके देखते हैं। अभी आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Who can tell me objective question? All of you remove your hand symbol. All remove hand symbol. All remove hand symbol. जो अभी मैंने बोला था, आंसर का मतलब A, B1, B2. Who can tell me? ज्योति, चांस दे रहा हूँ। ज्योति बोल पाएगा क्या? बोलेगा पास? ज्योति जना।
यस सर।
ट्राई करके बोल रहे।
सर मैं एक्सेल कर रहा था।
तो इधर बोल। शारदा,
जो इंटरसेप्ट लिखा हुआ है कोफिशिएंट ए का वैल्यू है 20.3
कोफिशिएंट 3 वैल्यूज है, इसको बोल्ड कर, सिलेक्ट कर, बोल्ड।
यस सर।
इंक्रीज फॉन्ट साइज इंक्रीज कर सकता है। कैन यू पुट हाइलाइटर? येलो कलर मार दे। ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू आर गेटिंग इट? ज्योति पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे बेटा, ठीक है। नाउ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ the B2 is negative? Sarada, what is the meaning of B2 negative?
नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन
X2 with Y, right? ये क्वेश्चन किए थे नहीं किए थे? मैनुअली किए थे क्या?
नहीं सर।
So now what is R square? R square कितने? शारदा अनम्यूट करके रख रहे।
0.8279।
So 82.7%, right? All of you write down in a notebook. Next time we'll be discussing in detail, right? ये regression model equation significant है या नहीं? How do you know, Aliva?
Sir, by using the value of R square.
A more
Sir,
than
it is
5.
greater than
More than
0.5.
0.5%.
Yes, sir.
और जो significance F लिखा है ना, उसको highlight कर. So this is 7%. थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया 5% से. Okay. So Excel का output ये दिख रहा है, SPSS में P दिख रहा है. So you should not confuse. Okay. So this is the entire model P value. Now each factor का P value कहाँ होगा सरदा? Locate करके बोल. Factor wise P values कहाँ पर है?
नीचे
P values.
Very good. ये फैक्टर में से कौन सा सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं है आशीष भाईकरा?
वो ऊपर वाला 5 वाला सॉरी 0.09
दोनों सिग्निफिकेंट है.
ये सर
लास्ट वाला सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं है. ठीक है.
यस सर.
संबिता, are you busy today? Stop sharing. Anirban, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Stop sharing. Stop sharing.
ये पता नहीं क्या बोले इसको.
Sambita, how busy you are today?
So no, sir, I can do it in Excel and circulate in the class.
हाँ, सुन रहे. थोड़ा वार्ड में जो आज हमने बोले, ओके, Aliva, Sambita and Trusita, you coordinate among yourself. बढ़िया सा नोट करके मल्टी कोलिनेट का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है. सेकेंड पॉइंट, आप में से वर्कलोड डिवाइड करो. ठीक है. अलीबा सुन रही है?
Yes, sir.
And why we use multiple regression? जो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन बन सकता है, ठीक है, जो आज हमने डिस्कस किए हैं, MS वर्ड में टाइप करो. यही क्वेश्चन को भी क्वेश्चन और आउटपुट टाइप करो. ठीक है. एंड you also explain the different important components of output. Are you getting me, Sambita? जैसे R square, जैसे main P value and individual P value. What is their role? ठीक है. So you are helping to your batchmates, right? So थोड़ा notes कर दो. And तीनों में से वर्कलोड डिवाइड करो. If you can please share it, today or tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And bit more or no? बहुत हो गया आज. मायसोदा. बहुत हो गया. ठीक है. I will not ask you to submit again Google Drive में. Actually, I was about to tell you, if all of you have done this Excel output calculation, that would have been actually for your understanding, but I would request you, I repeat what I request you, ये Excel में solve करो. जिसका डाउट है, try to self help. Okay. Thank you, dear. Bye. Closing here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.